Hey, how's it going? It's Devin with Devin's Card House. Another not fun day. Another serious video. 2 days in a row. I heard the news yesterday when I made the other video. I was fairly certain a lot of other people were going to be covering the topic of a bunch of people getting laid off at Hasbro. Absolutely sucks. Is not something I'm excited for, or doesn't make me happy or laugh. This is right before Christmas. This is horrible news to get if you've ever been in a situation like this, or been in a company when something like this is going on. It absolutely sucks. It sucks for the people getting laid off. It sucks for the people in the company. It sucks for the families and everything like that. It's absolutely horrible. So to everyone out there who's having to deal with this today, I am so sorry, and I really hope that you can quickly be able to get back up on your feet and find new things. I know some people were talking about exactly if this was going to affect Wizards of the Coast or not affect Wizards of the Coast, because you can see just by everything happening, if you look at the numbers and why this is happening, it's really not due to Wizards of the Coast, kind of, sort of. But Wizards of the, when it comes to Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons, they've been actually doing better for the company than the rest of the company, which is why. So I've heard some other people today say that they didn't expect any layoffs for Wizards, and I understand that too. I mean, I had that thought, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. And really, they're just trying to, downsize everywhere. It's affecting everybody, so that completely sucks. I also know that some people were shocked to see that the stock has slowly gone up. Since this news, I guess some people may be new to the stock market, but when stuff like this happens and there's layoffs, usually the stock market, Wall Street, they like that. They like the news of people getting layoffs. They like that because that means they're cutting down on the fat. They're cutting the fat. They're trimming up, and they're gonna maybe turn the ship around. So for them, it's a good direction. For Wall Street, they're thinking it's a good direction. I'm not going to talk too much else on it, just because, just on that, there's been plenty of other videos today with people talking about it, basically about Chris Cox and the other CEOs who are getting paid exorbitant amount of money and completely fucking this company up, and other people having to pay for it, and it's appalling. It's abysmal. I want to say you should be ashamed of yourself. Because it is supremely fucked up, and especially you learn this as a child, that a good sign of a leader is somebody who doesn't just put when times get tough, they get tough, and things happen to them, and to get all these extravagant bonuses and stocks, and let thousands of people in your company go without doing anything yourself, it just seems to be a bad form of leadership. And I think we can see, just from how things have been going with Wizards of the Coast, it's not really surprising that the leadership, the people at the top, are not making the best decisions here. And that kind of goes to my thoughts on what this means for the future of Magic, and it means things are going to get worse. Right now, with Hasbro, this sinking ship is solely relying on our community. I hate that too. They're relying on you and everyone else to keep paying their bills, to pay for all their bad mistakes, to keep this shit show that they have going. Because without you, without the people who continue to buy these products, and I know I buy my secret layers, but that's what's keeping this whole ship afloat. And so in their minds, they're going to keep doing what they're going to do, and they're getting desperate. And that's the thing. There is something, I think it's something you kind of learn as you get older, but you have to kind of, you can't have the weight of an outcome on you when you're doing whatever you want to do. If you're, when I'm making these videos, I can't be like, I'm not going to make this video if I don't get enough views or enough followers or enough people subscribe. you just have to be happy with whatever outcome you get, because otherwise, you become desperate. You become sad. I could get on here. It's like, I've made, over 50 videos and I only have 150 subscribers. Like, that sucks. Nobody likes that. And with how they're going to have to push Magic going forward in order to make up the lost income and the failing other departments that they have in Hasbro, they're going to get desperate. They're going to need an outcome. And the outcome they need is, like they said before, is to double. To keep, they said 100% increase on the revenues they get from Magic, and then a 50% increase after that. So it would be 100%, and then a 50% increase is another 100%, right? If you increase something 100%, and then you do 50% of that is, the 100% for the original. So we're going up 200% from only a few years ago, just from these weird, sneaky, shitty fucking financial tactics or the monetization tools that they're using to prey upon everyone in this game. The variants, the reprints, everything that's going on, that just, as I've said in multiple videos before, this is not due to the people here are getting laid off. I've said this before. This is my analogy before. I thought the internet had a great come together moment for when season 8 of Game of Thrones happened. And I believe most everyone I've ever talked to, anyone I've ever seen online said, God damn, that season sucked. But I thought the internet had a good come together moment to be like, we're not talking about the actors. We're not talking about the writers. The writers a little bit. We are talking about that, but we're not talking about the actors. We're not talking about the costume designers. We're talking about the directors. We're talking about the people, the showrunners, the people who are making this bad. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Like, when I'm talking shit about Hasbro, I'm not talking about the people who put in their blood, sweat, and tears to make this a fantastic game. And those are the people those are the last people who deserve to have this happen to them before Christmas. That's so fucked up. It is so absolutely fucked up. It's the people who are trying to suck this game dry. They need every cent. And they need it for Hasbro to keep going. And who pays the price? I think us as consumers. I think we're paying the price. I think definitely the people working at Hasbro are paying the price. Not just the people who've been let go, but the people who have to stay there, knowing that they could be let go at any moment. Because I know even all of the layoffs have happened yet. They're going to be slowly letting more people go as time goes on. It's imagine working in that environment with that hanging over your head every day, that you know you might not be working there soon. And then also, people, like I said, it's their passion. It's their passion to work for this company. It's their passion to be there. And to be thrown out like that, like you're trash, especially when you're working for a company that's making hand over fist more money than ever. That's just got to feel fucking horrible. And I'm absolutely sorry to everyone who's going through that today. I don't know. Hearing, when you see like that Magic and Dungeons and Dragons are the thing that are holding this company up, like that doesn't give me much faith in the company. And that's why I'm saying things are going to be getting desperate. Because I haven't looked in the numbers myself, but hearing and listening, I've listened to videos all day. Basically, when it comes to D&D, the subscription, if you've ever, so I don't play D&D very much, but I listen to a lot of D&D YouTubers because they talk about similar things that I do. But basically, like when the OGL scandal happened, like last year, a lot of people cut down their subscriptions to D&D, whatever, the online service that they have, and a lot of those subscriptions are just going out now. So Dungeons and Dragons itself is not making the money that they want to, especially, because they're getting more competition from other companies, kind of like was Daggerheart, because they overplayed their hand there and fucked with a lot of people in the D&D community. Everyone in the D&D community stood up and said, hell no, we're not going to put up with this. We're going to, and the Critical Role guys started making their own game. And look, I only know this from, I've never watched an episode of Critical Role. I only know this from listening to people talk about D&D, which is odd, right? I listen to people talk about D&D, but I don't play it. I mean, I played it before, but it's not really my thing. I don't really like it that much. I like Alien RPG. That's the one that I like. But after the OGL scandal, they've just fucked D&D, and then Critical Role's making their own game. And like, what's going on with here in the TCG space? They've overprinted the fuck out of everything. They've destroyed their relationships with distributors and LGSs, with people like me. Like, I'm not even in this like super hardcore, but like I'm definitely somebody who's like, if there's enough people like me, it adds up, and they have to pay that price. And my thousands of dollars that would go to their releases are now going to other card games, which is, I'm happy because I love these new card games. Would they be competing with Sorcery and Lorcana and all these games if they kept their shit together? Probably not. You know, Rudy's been talking about that as well. Like, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot, and that just more of this news. And here's where it's kind of hard, because it's like, you don't want to root for the downfall of the company, because then shit like this happens, and it's not Chris Cox and Cynthia Williams that are getting hurt. It's everybody else. And like, that's not what we want. And I don't want anybody to get hurt. I mean, I just want to change in direction. I want things to be good. And even with how things are in Hasbro, you know, like I've said this before, do you think Mark Rosewater wants to do what they're doing? Like, he says he does. Maybe he does, but I'm sure like there's a lot of people there who have feelings about this who can't even express it. There's no way that you could be happy with how the way things have gone. But my thought is they're going to continue to get desperate because they have no choice. They can't pull back. And even like what, everyone's talking about, they're going to cut back on print runs. They're going to do this and that, and things are going to change. But you do understand, though, that all these changes, that's not the direction that they're going to bring in more money. And that's what they need. They can't stop, and because they have to bring in the money. They're desperate. They're not free of outcome. They need an outcome. The outcome has to happen, or the company goes bankrupt. So they're gonna push the gas. They're gonna put the pedal on the gas of the floor gas pedal going through the floor. That's what I'm trying to. The gas pedal is gonna go through the goddamn floor here. They're not stopping. They're not changing paths. They're going straight on because they have no other choice. And what are they going to do? Pull back? Because what are the complaints everybody has? Stop making as much product. They'll lose money. Stop printing as much. They're going to lose money. Fix your card stock. They're going to lose money. For mine, stop making so many variants. They'll make money. They're going to spend so much time making variants. Like, I'm trying to save you money, okay? I just think the future, and I'm going to have to get into this in more detail in another video, but it looks very bleak. And one would only imagine what a world without, if Wizards of the Coast was not tied to Hasbro, what a different place we would be right now. We'd be having a completely different discussion. Because Wizards is their moneymaker, and they have to do everything in their power to make as much money as they can. And since they're so outcome driven, they're making all these decisions that are pushing everyone away from them and going to new people. This is literally like relationship advice. If you've ever had relationship advice, you can't be needy. The more needy you are, the more people don't want to be around you. The more like, I need you, I want you, I wish you were my girlfriend, maybe you should go out with me, blah, blah, blah. Like, and if they already say no, then it's not going to work. You have to be outcome. What is it? Outcome. You can't be outcome dependent. You have to be. You have to release yourself of the outcome. It just looks horrible. It doesn't look good for the future of Magic. And seeing what they're doing with Ravnica, and seeing what they're doing with Arkham Manor, you know, a lot of people had hope that this has changed since Ixalan has been a big hit. Eldraine has been a success. It, like I've said, it doesn't address my problems, but a lot of other people are happy with that, and I'm happy for them. It's hard thing to say because you don't want to root again. You don't want to root for shit like this to happen, because this is what happens when you piss everybody off. Like I said, and it just sucks. So, like I said out there to everyone, like, I'm so sorry. And again, I am not talking shit about you, the people who love this game. I am one of them. Okay, I am one of them. I am right there with you. I love this game as well, and I feel like we're just the captain of this ship is sailing this thing right into an iceberg, and we need a mutiny. We need a new captain. We need somebody to take the helm. We need somebody to steer the ship in a different direction. But I don't know how that's possible. We need somebody to take the ship from the fleet that is Hasbro and put it in a secretly take it away. Because with Hasbro as the Admiral Hasbro here, directing this fleet is directing all of the fleet into an iceberg. So, yeah, if you have a Hasbro stock, I would be running away from that. Who knows what's going to happen? It's so funny. When I saw this at Hasbro stock was in the 70s, you know, when a little bit after the pandemic, and then see it go up to like 110 and where we are now in the 40s. And, you know, this is just what's happening because Wall Street, like I said, they do love little things like this, like firing a bunch of people. It's fucked. But with that next year, there is no Lord of the Rings, and that's why Lord of the Rings is evergreen. If you haven't put that together, is they're going to continue Lord of the Rings on to bump up sales because they need that. That's what's keeping them afloat right now. Is literally the sales that they got from Lord of the Rings, because it's the biggest, best-selling Magic set of all time. Is Assassin's Creed going to pick that up? Is Fallout? Are those on the same level as Lord of the Rings? I don't think so. So, getting reports into the future and seeing all the drop-off from the OGL scandal finally hitting after a year of those subscriptions from people getting rid of their D&D Beyond subscriptions, finally hitting right now. Like, D&D is going to see a fall. There's no Baldur's Gate 3 coming out next year. The VTT is going to hit, and then we'll see what the virtual tabletop takes people, if they can get people onto those subscriptions. There's no D&D movie. Like, this year, they shot their shot. The shot's been shot. The Lord of the Rings, and now the weight of Hasbro falls upon Assassin's Creed. Which, I like Valhalla. That's a good game. Black Flag. Black Flag is one of my favorite games. And I like Valhalla a lot. So, man, oh man. It's shitty. And that's really all I got to say today. I know. I think it's important for me to throw my voice out there too. Just like everybody else has been doing in support of everybody. And that's the main thing here. I wish everyone out there huge success. And, you know, a lot of the times this can be a good moment to move forward in a new, better direction. And I hope that is what happens for you. And I mean, it's a shitty thing to like even have to think about. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. And I wish the best for everybody who's having to deal with this. And I hope you can manage to have a great Christmas despite all this shit. So, for me to you, if any of y'all watch this, I wish you the best. And I'm gonna have to get my thoughts together because I don't really know how to feel, because I just feel like everyone's kind of being held hostage here by Hasbro. So, a part of me is like, well, it all needs to burn to the ground so it can be reborn as something better. We need a Phoenix story, but you know, but that's when shit like this happens. And is that worth it over a cardboard game? I don't think so. So, all in all, I hope this just works out for the best, is what I'm going to say. So, anyways, that's enough of me rambling. I'm sorry it's been like two kind of serious, shitty videos back to back. So going forward, I hope we'll have more fun things to talk about, and I'm sure we will. I know we will. There's always fun things to talk about. So anyways, that's it from me. I hope you have a great day, and if you're not having a great day, it's okay too. Sometimes it's okay to not have good days. So, but try to, pick it up if you can. So, the next day or the day after that or the day after that or the day after that, so anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.